sa aming data collection. No? So you are all our data sources for this result of the 2023 Regional Economic Performance of the BARM. All our RSC partners, other ministries, agencies.
Kuya, yun dito lang ang pasok ka. Pwede mo itanong.
Hindi naman po sa gilid.
Mura-mura. Nalala.
Kaya daw po ng taga-bayo.
Kaya ng camera. Ba, siya ko.
So dito po.
Record mo.
Again sir, dito, saan po yung babae?
Buwan.
Babae daw po.
Isang ka lang, pamili ko.
Tapos yung iba, pwede dito sa baba.
Dakan makapro. Dakan makasubaybay dito. Aw, nahan.
Pati sa harap.
Yung maliliit. Ano ito? Benta ko ng cellphone.
Uwing.
Ha? Depende.
Ma'am, press na lang siguro kayo sir para makita po. Side view.
Upo lang, upo.
Hindi makita si Sir Harris.
Why? Yung sa gilid-gilid, hindi makuha.
On his presentation of the economic performance of BARM for 2023. A round of applause, please.
Thank you very much, me. Salamat. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim. My condolences to our Undersecretary Dr. Claire Dennis S. Mapa, the National Statistician and Civil Registrar General of the Philippine Statistics Authority, the presence of our staff from Central Office from Macroeconomic Account Service, herein represented by Mr. Pulikit and Mr. Mendoza. And then of course, to our distinct and esteemed guests from the Bangsamoro Autonomous Bangsamoro Planning and Development Authority, our partner in RIC and co-chair, Engineer Muhajir Tiali, herein equally represented by his representative, Ms. Rohanisa Rashid. Of course, the CSS of the 5 provinces of Bangsamoro Autonomous Region, Muslim Mindanao, my very own Chief of Statistical Operation and Coordination Division, Mr. Iloha, and my very active Crusty Chief, Ma'am Lawanisa Makadadaya, members of the RSCOM, the men in uniform, I have seen some, the guests from the academy and from the non-government and private organization. Again, good morning and assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. May the peace and Almighty be with us. Today, the Philippine Statistics Authority is pleased to present the Gross Regional Domestic Product or GRDP and the Gross Regional Domestic Expenditure or the GRDE of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, showing the economic performance of the region for the calendar year 2023. GRDP, as you know, is a tool to monitor the economic performance of a region. It covers the value of all goods and services produced in the region during the reference period. The gross regional domestic expenditure, on the other hand, or GRDE, is defined as the expenditure of residents of the region within the domestic territory plus their expenditures in other regions, including the rest of the world. The PSA is always committed to provide the right information at the right time, in the right format, and to the right people. My presentation starts with the BARM's economic performance, followed by the gross regional domestic product, the gross regional domestic expenditures, and then the per capita GRDP, GRDE, the performance of the region against other regions, and then the last is the summary. Here is the economic performance of the BARM region in 2023. In 2023, the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao's economy grew by 4.3%. This growth, however, was a deceleration from the 6.6% growth recorded in 2022. The BARM's GDP was estimated at 292.2 billion pesos in 2023, about 11.96 billion pesos higher than the 280.3 billion pesos recorded in 2022. Now, I will be presenting to you the details of the gross regional domestic product, or GRDP, of the BARM through the performance of the producing units in the regional economy. Let's take a look at the gross value added by major industry of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao at constant 2018 prices in billing pesos. Agriculture, forestry, and fishing with GVA of 101.8 billion pesos. Industry with 70.5 billion pesos, and services with 119.9 billion pesos. In terms of percentage distribution of the GVA by major industry group, the BARM region is predominantly service-based with 41.0% share of the 292.2 billion total economic output of the region, followed by agriculture, forestry, and fishing with 34.8% share, and industry with 24.1% share. Now, let us take a closer look at the performance of our region by sub-industries in terms of their annual growth rates at constant 2018 prices. Although a deceleration from 6.6% economic growth last year, all of the sub-industries in the region posted positive growth in 2023. The top 5 fastest growing sub-industries were financial and insurance activities, which registered 15.7% growth, mining and quarrying with 15.0%, accommodation and food service activities at 11.4%, other services grew at 10.8%, and transportation and storage with 9.6%. These were followed by construction at 9.5%, professional and business services at 7.0%, public administration and defense, compulsory social activities at 6.9%, information and communication at 6.4%, wholesale and retail trade, repair of motor vehicles and motorcycle at 6.0%, human health and social work activities at 5.1%, education at 5.0%, agriculture, forestry, and fishing at 2.7%, electricity, steam, water and waste management at 2.1%, manufacturing at 1.2%, and lastly, the real estate and ownership of dwelling at 0.5%. In terms of share by sub-industry, the top 3 sub-industries which had the biggest share were agriculture, forestry, and fishing with 34.8%, electricity, steam, water, and waste management with 12.3%, and the wholesale and retail trade, repair of motor vehicles and motorcycles with 9.7%. These were followed by public administration defense, compulsory social activities, and manufacturing, both with 9.4%, education with 7.3%, transportation and storage with 5.0%, information and communication with 2.9%, real estate and ownership of dwellings with 2.0%, human health and social work activities with 1.9%, construction with 1.8%, financial and insurance activities with 1.7%, mining and quarrying with 0.7%, accommodation and food service activities with 0.6%, and lastly, the professional and business services and other services, both with 0.3%. In terms of contribution to growth by major industry, out of the 4.3% economic growth of the region, the services contributed the most to the GDP growth of the region with 2.7 percentage points. Agriculture, forestry, and fishing contributed 1.0 percentage point, while industry contributed 0.6 percentage points. Among the sub-industries, the three main drivers of the 4.3% economic growth were agriculture, forestry, and fishing with a contribution of 1.0 percentage points, public administration defense, compulsory social activities with 0.24 percentage points, and wholesale and retail trade and repair of motor vehicles and motorcycles with a contribution of 0.58 percentage points. The real estate and ownership of dwelling had the least contribution to growth at 0.01 percentage point. The farms, agriculture, forestry, and fishing is dominated by crops, accounting for 58.5%, followed by fishing and aquaculture with 31.5% share. Support activities to agriculture, forestry, and fishing with 8.6%, livestock and poultry with 1.5%, while forestry and logging with 0.2% share. Meanwhile, the industry sector is driven by electricity, STEM, water and waste management, which accounted for 51.0% of the total output of the sector, followed by manufacturing with 38.8% share, construction with 7.5%, and mining and quarrying with 2.7% share. At 23.7%, wholesale and retail trade, including repair of motor vehicles and motorcycles, accounted for the biggest share of the farm's region service sector's output. This was followed by public administration and defense and compulsory social activities with 22.9%, education with 17.8%, transportation and storage with 12.2%, information and communication with 7.0%, real estate and ownership of dwelling with 4.9%, human health and social work activities with 4.5%, financial and insurance activities with 4.1%, accommodation and food service activities with 1.4%, professional and business service with 0.8%, and other services with 0.7% share. Now, let us come to the gross regional domestic expenditure or GRDE of the BARM region. As the final year, the gross regional domestic expenditure or GRDE is the expenditure of residents of the region within the domestic territory plus their expenditures in other regions including the rest of the world. On the performance of the region's expenditure by component in terms of annual growth rates at constant 2018 prices, imports of services from rest of the world posted the highest growth among the expenditure items with 40.1%, followed by exports of services to the rest of the world with 27.2%, construction with 10.4%, intellectual property products with 7.9%, household final consumption expenditure with 7.5%, government final consumption expenditure with 3.1%, and breeding stocks and orchard development with 0.8%. On the other hand, the durable equipment posted a decline of negative 9.7%, followed by the valuables with negative 10.9%, exports of goods to the rest of the world with negative 14.6%, and imports of goods from rest of the world at negative 24.5%. As to the contribution to growth, household final consumption expenditure has the largest contribution with 8.3 percentage points, followed by government final consumption expenditures with 1.1 percentage points, and then the net export to the rest of the world with 1.0 percentage points. While on the other hand, gross capital formation lagged with negative 0.1 percentage points, as well as the net export to the rest of the Philippines with negative 6.0 percentage points. The share of GRDE components exceeding 100% indicates that the BARM region is net importing of goods and services from outside the region. In terms of distribution of expenditure items to the regional economy, household final consumption expenditure or HFCE have the highest share to the regional economy of BARM with 114.1%. It was followed by government final consumption expenditure or GFCE with 36.4%. Gross capital formation with 18.4%. The net export to the rest of the world with 8.4%, and net export to the rest of the Philippines at negative 66.7%. The distribution of GRDE components exceeding 100% again indicates that the BARM region is net importing of goods and services from outside the region. We will now proceed to our region's per capita contribution on the average to the economic output of the BARM region for the year 2023. The per capita GRDP is the total GRDP level of the region divided by its total population to see how much each individual contributes to the regional economy on average. In 2023, the BARM's per capita GRDP was estimated at 58,217 pesos, higher by 2.2% from the previous year's level of 56,970. The per capita household financial consumption expenditure of BARM in 2023 was estimated at 66,419 pesos with 5.4% growth from the previous year's HFCE, which was estimated at 63,030 34 pesos. Now, let's proceed to the performance of the BARM region against the other region. In terms of performance vis-a-vis the other regions, with 4.3% growth, BARM region ranked 16 among the 17 regions nationwide. The national economy grew by 5.5%.
Nandiyan niya lahat.
The 9 regions, including BARM, posted growth slower than the national growth rate. In terms of the structure of the economy, among the 17 regions of the country, none of which is predominantly agriculture. One region is predominantly industrial, which is the region 4A or the Calabarzon region, while the 16 regions are predominantly service-based, including the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. In terms of per capita GRDP for 2023 by region, BARM posted 58,217 pesos in 2023, which is lower than the national average of 186,476 pesos. The National Capital Region posted the highest per capita GRDP with 460,969 pesos. For the 2023 per capita household financial consumption expenditure by region, the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao posted 66,419 pesos per capita SFCE, which is lower than the national average of 136,247 pesos. The National Capital Region posted the highest per capita HFCE of 245,606 pesos. In summary, GRDP is a tool to monitor the economic performance of a region. It covers the value of goods and services produced in the region during the reference period. The economy of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao increased by 4.3% in 2023. The per capita GRDE was estimated at 58,217 pesos, increased by 2.2%. The per capita HFCE of BARM was estimated at 66,419 pesos, increased by 5.4%. On the production side, the top 4 fastest growing industries were financial and insurance activities, mining and quarrying, accommodation and food service activities, and other services. While on the expenditure side, the top 4 fastest growing expenditure in 2023 were the imports of services from the rest of the world, export of services to the rest of the world, construction and intellectual property products. So before I end my presentation, I would like to acknowledge the value of data resources that contributes in the estimation of the 2023 GRDE through the provisions of our data requirements. But beforehand, I'd like also to acknowledge or to name names of my provincial heads which contributed much on the coordination and follow-ups on the data on the provincial level. From Basilan, we have here Mr. Mahmoud Sarail, and from Alanao, we have Muhammad Ali Alonto. From Sulu, we have Engineer Major Tan, and from the southernmost frontier of this country, from the island of Tawi-Tawi, we have Mr. Masim Muhammad Shah, and of course, from the Stones Throw office, no Stones Throw from my office, from the office of the provincial, the CSS of PSA Mindanao, we have Mr. Nado Pindaliday. And of course, I also re-acknowledge again Mr. Enoha and Ms. Noron for their invaluable support during the conduct of this activity. Now, to the officers who in one way or the other, did their best, to contribute data for the success of this endeavor. I'd like to acknowledge the Office of the Chief Minister of the BARM, the Bangsamoro Planning and Development Authority, the Ministry of Health, Ministry of Social Services and Development, Ministry of Basic Higher Technical Education, the Ministry of Environment, Natural Resources and Energy, the Ministry of Trade, Investment and Tourism, the Ministry of Science and Technology, the Ministry of Public Works, the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Agrarian Reform, the Ministry of Human Settlement and Development, the Ministry of Transportation and Communication, the Ministry of Finance, Budget and Management, the Ministry of Interior and Local Government, Ministry of Labor and Employment, the Commission on Audit BARM, the Technical Management Services, the Bangsamoro Treasury Office, the Bangsamoro Commission for the Preservation of Cultural Heritage, the Rapid Emergency Action on Disaster Incidents already, the Regional Economic Zone Authority of REZA, the Puyok, Freeport and Eco Zone, BARM, Electric Cooperatives, Department of Energy and National Grid Corporation of the Philippines, the Water Districts, the Philippine Coconut Authority BARM, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, and of course, the last but not the least, the Philippine Statistics Authority. Representatives of some of our data sources are also here now to serve as the resource speaker during the open forum. Again, thank you, valued partners. We hope that in the next year of estimation, you will still share the valuable information with PSA for us to be able to come up with the quality GRDP, GRDE estimates. Again, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So thank you very much, sir. That was our OICRD engineer, Kanji Tula, on his presentation of the 2023 Regional Economic Performance of BARM. So, maraming salamat po sa ProBAR. So may I request my colleagues from the Secretariat team to distribute the reference materials. So nagtataka siguro kayo kung makaka-receive pa po ba. Ayan pa, so dindistribute na po nila. The Chief of the Economic Planning Division, the beautiful Miss Rohanisa N. Rashid. A round of applause, please.
Representative of Engineer Muhajirin Tilakas. Useless ang wifi dito kung nawawala. Bigyan ko ka na. Sabi ko sa'yo, yung molly doon ko naranasan. Walang signal.
Representatives from the, my courtesies to the representatives from PSA Central Office. We have Mr. Ibarra Aaron Poliki and his company. PSA BARM OIC Regional Director, we have Engineer Akan Tula. All the BARM Regional and Provincial Chief Statistics Specialists, BARM officials and representatives, my fellow public servants, private sectors, and civil society organizations who are with us today. Everyone present for joining us also live. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. On behalf of our principal, the PPD Director General, Engineer Muhajirin Ali, I extend our profound gratitude to the Philippine Statistics Authority for their exceptional contribution to the development of each region in the country. Your diligent effort in providing valuable and reliable data are indispensable for the planning and evaluation of regional initiatives. This is especially crucial for the Bangsamoro region as a new region in navigating a critical transition period. Accurate data is the cornerstone of building a robust bureaucracy in the BARN and in crafting programs and policies aimed at fostering meaningful and inclusive growth. Today, we have the privilege of receiving an updates on the economic performance of the BARN. The data presented shows that the region's economy grew by 4.3% in 2022 to 2023, although it is lower compared with the 6.6% growth recorded in 2021 to 2022. It is remain a commendable achievement of the region. Notably, the economic growth of the BARN ranked as the 10th fastest among all regions in 2022, and now being in the 16th rank in 2023. Being the 16th ranked fastest growing region in the Philippines indicates that while BARN may not be the leading, it continues to grow at a substantial pace relative to other regions. The diversification of growth rates across various sectors is a positive indicator that BARN economy is becoming more robust, enhancing its stability and reducing its vulnerability to economic shocks. Although the growth rate has slowed down, we believe that BARN's economy is still on track in achieving towards equitable, competitive, and robust economy. The insights gained today are crucial as it will not only reflect our current status but also guide our future endeavors. They enable us to identify strength to build upon, address challenges, and ensure that our development strategies are well-informed and effectively tailored for unique needs of our region. Moving forward, it is crucial that the Bangsamoro government continue to invest strategically in areas primed for more growth and reinforce sectors that are thriving. To sustain and potentially accelerate our economic growth, we must continue to unlock numerous opportunities, bolstering industry, investment, and trade, improve infrastructure and the sphere of agriculture and fisheries, enhance human capital development through targeted education and training initiatives. Addressing socioeconomic disparities is also essential to ensure broad-based benefits for our growth efforts. I would like also particularly to highlight that key areas for investment in halal industry, which represent a significant opportunities for economic expansion and international trade. The institutionalization of rigorous halal accreditation standards and certification procedures, which will encompass the establishment of reliable local testing laboratories, is a pivotal element of achieving this aspiration. The enhancement of our capabilities in halal production and certification. We can tap into global markets and position BARN as a leader in this rapidly growing sector. This will not only boost our economy, but also create numerous job opportunities and foster sustainable development. The establishment of processing plants for various industries in the Bangsamoro region can also be potential for investment that can propel the region's latent economic potential. In closing, I express our profound appreciation to the national government, all contributors to the GRDP, GRDE destination, our BARN ministries, offices, and agencies, the private sectors, the civil society organizations, development partners, and all stakeholders who are involved. Your collaborative efforts have not only achieved noteworthy outcomes, but also continue to improve the quality of life for the Bangsamoro people. This partnership is crucial to our collaborative success. Let us remain dedicated to our shared goal of build an empowered, cohesive and progressive Bangsamoro, and making a lasting impact on peace and progress. Thank you for your unwavering commitment and collaboration. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for that very comprehensive statement.
And good morning, everyone. First, my courtesy and respect to to the men here in front, the Engineer Akad Tula, the OIC Regional Director of PS Barn, Sir Ibarra, our representative of Central Office, Ma'am Rohan Lisa, representative of the BPDA in our Chief of Operations and Coordination Division, Sir Edward Eloha. They were our your panelists for today for the open forum. No? Before we proceed with the Q&A or open forum, let me just remind you or inform you that questions can lead to a more interesting topic, no? And can also add a lot of value to the dynamic of this conference. So I encourage everyone to ask questions. And for those who want to, or you see one way gusto magtanong, please raise your hand to be recognized. State your name in your organization you are connected, and also state the name of the panelists you are directing your question to, or your one-sentence question. Kasi normally, when we talk about the question, it's a one sentence, but you can also add few sentences to clarify your questions or to, if necessary. So, who wants to ask the first? Raise your hand. Question. Okay? No? Yeah.
Hello. Yes, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My question is addressed to Vice Regional Director, Engineer Akan Chitona. Ako si Tia Dugani from LSMG University. So, considering that the economic of our Bangsamoro, no? Considering our economic, how do you elaborate, sir, the what you call this, the strategies or initiative of the BARM for the performance of our good economy in the BARM region?
Okay, thank you. Sir? Okay.
Okay, thank you very much for that bringing up the issue of the questions about elaboration of the increase of the Barm's economy right now. We know that the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region, when we talk about its economy, is slower compared to last year as we have presented. This will talk a lot. This is just only a picture of what is the Bangsamoro is really now. The development of the Bangsamoro really is notable na rin kasi nalipas na tayo. Although it's slow, but then at least meron tayo increase ngayon. As to the strategies and to the plans, we are very lucky that our personnel from the Bangsamoro Planning is here with us for mas magandang sa inyo mismo marinig yung mga plans nila and strategies. But on the part of the PSA, again, this is the strong collaborations of all the data that is necessary to include all the computation of our GRDP, GRDE in the region. From the early stage, we really do our best to collect those data to be able to improve doon sa ating computations ng ating GRE, as well as our regional, national vocal also is here with us, no? Then, ramdam din nila no, kung paano natin ginawa o kinolect yung mga data ito for us to be able to come up with the exact data or important things that need to be considered in the implementation of our GRDA. Again, to the strategies and what the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region really did, our PPDA would ma'am, kayo na po mag-elaborate kasi better na sa inyo mismo magagaling yung ginawa ng ating mga ang ating region. Although, in the side of PSA again, we have noticed some developments from that of infrastructure, of the agriculture, but then, mas magandang sa planning natin sa Marinima.
Okay, siguro narinig naman ninyo, no, yung kanina yung highlights of my statement. Part of the strategies, no, for that is highlighted in the second Bangsamoro Development Plan 2023 to 2028 is really to have equitable, competitive, and robust economy by strengthening of course, strengthening or bolstering our industry, investment, trade, and industry, particularly also by improving our infrastructures, fisheries, and agriculture, as well as also by improving our human capital development through these strategies, and of course including looking into establishment of processing centers as part of the industry sector that can also be part of increasing economy in the region. So that's part of the highlights in the second BBT. Of course, the halal industry as addition, no, particularly strengthening our sector's participation for the halal production and of course halal production, halal certification, and halal laboratory establishment.
Okay, thank you. Ma'am, are we good? Do you have any follow-up question? Okay, no? No? What's to another question from the yes.
From Mindanao News Star po, we learned that the data of your agencies, especially from that of our region, are being utilized for the implementation of the programs of the present administration, especially on the Bago Pilipinas, which was launched recently. May we know what are the mandates of the administration in line with the reports that you were able to submit to the administration based on the first quarter?
Who wants to
Yeah, ma'am, as to demanded, definitely, it's the Philippine Statistics Authority is the sole authority or sole statistical authority of the Republic of the Philippines under the Republic Act number 10625. So yun yung pinaka-sabi dito, mandate namin to gather the data, consolidate, and these things or this data would be the basis, you know, or the reference for those evidence, especially now that we are getting towards the evidence-based planning ng ating region, not only the park but also the nationwide. So really, the data of the Philippine Statistics Authority have come up with full authority and no questions when it comes to its implementations. And of course, the quality of our data naman in the PSA is really done through process. from that of yung pag-recruit, pag-training, and pag-implement, supervision, process, reprocess, visiting, review, and etc. of our data really comes up with the matinding mabusising paggawa itong ating data. This is not just an overnight figure. No? This was gone through phases. Ang ating GRD took about 14 days. 14 days. But even before 14 days, meron kami mga preliminary data collections, preliminary meetings, and then preliminary consultations, etc. Ganon kami mag-come ng data. That is why to guarantee the quality of the data of the PSA is really, we are on the top of it, to guarantee the data quality of our statistics. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, in addition to what Arby said, the PSA actually has three
And then we have a follow-up on the 4H program. The mandate for the data for the 4H program in relation to the Bagong Pilipinas program of the present administration.
Ma'am, can you please clarify the 4H? What does the H means for or stands for? So that we can really discuss things and also for the information na rin ng ating mga ibang kasamahan na kaya natin na hindi ko masyadong qualified kung ano yung 4H. I was a former member of the 4H club. Baka yung pinagsasabi natin. As to 4H, and then that would be a common knowledge, but as to 4H, I don't know if everybody is a member of 4H club. If that is what wants to die.
Because
So
you
then,
mentioned,
do you have any
the
questions?
structure and the housing. So sa housing na lang po sir, we will know the general report on the housing in BARM alone.
So, yeah, on the settlements, on the housing pa rin mga topics. So, that will be the issue with us and also the MHSD and XSD. How do you please elaborate?
Okay, in the BARM, what we are implementing is programs and projects being funded under the Black Grant. And that is funded nationally. I think we have representative from MHSD. If they are, I don't know kung nag-implement sila ng nationally funded programs about housing. But in the BARM, we are implementing only the Black Grant, funded under the Black Grant, and of course, funded under the SDF, the Special Development Fund, being provided by the national government, 5 billion each year since the ratification of the BOL that will cover 10 years. So part of that, may mga programs and projects, housing being implemented by the Ministry of Human Settlement Office. No? So hindi lang ako sure kung may nag-implement about the 4H nationally funded programs sa BARM under the MHSD. Baka may taga-MHSD? But ang alam ko lang po na ini-implement funded nationally, na ini-implement ng BARM is yung 4Ps. Ito yung mga nationally programs and projects na na-mention under the BUL na tuloy pa rin ini-implement ng BARM. So other than that, pagka hindi po nasama sa appropriation at the national yung BARM, ay hindi po nag-implement ang BARM.
Okay, next. Who wants to... Yes, the...
Hello, good morning po. Ana po, South Mindanao Expose. My question is addressed to Sir Willa, sir. Sir, about dito sa 2022 na GRDP, last 2022, 6.6 siya. Then pagdating ng 2023, 4.3. Naging 4.3% na lang siya. Sir, ano po ang dahilan? Masasabi man natin na nag-increase o talagang bumaba na talaga siya? Thank you po.
Okay, thank you very much. First, doon sa huli, nag-increase ba tayo? We just want to clarify that this 4.3% is an increase of our economy. Slower lang siya kumpara natin noong 2022. Noong 2022, nag-increase din tayo. No? Nag-increase din tayo ng about 6.6 no? noong 2022. But ngayon, ang increase na natin ngayon is 4.3%. Kasi slow down lang tayo ng increase. But as to increase, nag-increase tayo. Nag-increase tayo. Yun ang gusto kong i-define muna. No? Na nag-increase tayo ng ating ekonomiya ngayon. So, as to ano yung dahilan, of course, obviously, doon sa presentations kanina, ang daming slides doon na pinapasadaan natin yung mga decreases doon kanina. As you notice, pwede rin mag-go back to the presentations ulit. Ang daming sa sectors na contribute on the decrease or the slowing down of our economy. Most probably my technical group will also elaborate further also the subsectors. From our Statistical Operation Information Division.
Okay, so thank you very much, Harvey. So, yun, tama, no? So, meron lang pag-slow down. But technically, increase pa rin ito tayo. So, tumaas pa rin po yung output ng ating economy. Kumbaga, yung output ng economy natin last year, nasobrahan pa natin ng 4.3% kung magagaling tayo sa 2001 at 2021. So, 866 plus yung 4.3 ngayon from 2001. No? So, kung babasihan natin yung pero, increase pa rin siya. Slow down lang. Kumbaga sa sasakyan, tumatakbo tayo ng 100 km per hour noong 2022. Ngayon 2023, bumaba tayo to 60 km per hour. Pero, pasunod pa rin, paabante pa rin. Hindi tayo umatras. Pag atras kasi, yun, nag-contract yung economy natin, bumaba yung output ng economy natin. Kapag negative. Pero both are positive, so ibig sabihin, increase siya. Mas mahina lang nga last year. No? So, kung bakit siya humina, it has something to do with yung situation pa rin natin ng pandemic times. 2021, na-close halos yung economy natin. We were kept afloat during that time because of the agriculture industry natin. No? So alam naman natin during that time, lahat ng sectors, even transportation, medyo hirap. But yung ating agriculture, the farmers, the fisher folks, still, no, they are allowed to continue planting or fishing kasi nga kailangan natin ng mga tayo. No? So that kept BARM afloat. Tayo lang yung, I think, during that time, one of the regions na positive yung no? So after the pandemic, 2022, nag-open na yung businesses, okay? So nakabawi siya. So that's why, from a small output natin during 2021, nag-open na yung businesses which were closed during the 2021, kaya sumipa na medyo malaki yung ating 2022 output. Yun nga, sabi natin, 6.6%. Come 2023, open naman dati yung di ba? So we would not expect siguro na dodoblehin niya pa yung output from a smaller positive. So yung trajectory niya is pataas pa rin, pero medyo slow down na siya, no? Kasi unless yung business mo is gano'n pa rin kalakas, from close nung 2021, open pa ng 2022, if you have the same output, then siguro mas mataas pa sa 6.6 yung ating output for 2023. No? But that would not be the case kasi nga, marami, open din yung ibang kompetensya mo sa business. And so, the economy would be, sabihin natin, somewhat, magsuslow down siya. No? Kasi from fast growth noong 2022, from a small output natin in 2021. So definitely, meron siyang konting pag-slowdown. No? But then the good thing is, again, as pointed out by the director kanina during the presentation, although there was a slowdown, but lahat ng sub-industries natin all registered positive growths. Walang negative. Ano? So that's something to be sabi natin, to be cheerful about, no? About our industries sa farm region. So yun po, baka may dagdag ng ating specialist from the Central Office.
So, good morning po, no? Regarding na po dun sa 2022 kasi, diba, we are all aware na parang nagkaroon ng revenge travel yung mga tao. So, mas nagkaroon ng movement after the pandemic. So, yung mga industries kasi na naapektuhan nitong revenge travel, of course, yung mga transportation natin, and then yung accommodation, food services, saka other services. So kung makikita nyo, check nyo dun sa ating data sa PSA, downloadable na po ito. Makikita nyo na yung growth rates na itong tatlong industries na to is mataas talaga ng 2022. And then this 2023, medyo na siya, may parang banayad na siya. Kasi parang tapos na yung revenge travel. Thank you po.
Para ma-imagine pa natin ang todo, para ma-lemonize talaga natin. Kung sino yung nakapanood ng para bang yung karera sa motor, o whatever na karera. During the first time, talagang malakas yung accelerations mo. Di ba? Pag-umpisa, pagbaba nung time start ganyan. So itong mag-start, ito yung pandemic natin. Parang may nakahandang ganyan, na wag mo naman po. Pagdating yung may go-seeker na saka bumuelo yung ating ngayon, is nasa panayad na yung ating kanya. Pero nag-increase pa naman din. Nag-increase pa naman din ito.
Okay, I think klaro na yan, no? The performance of farm nag-increase pa rin. Medyo mabagal lang yung 2023 kesa doon sa 2022. We have 4.3 and then 6.7. Any more? Meron pa gusto magtanong? Or please raise your hand to be recognized. Sa ating mga members ng RSCO, baka may gusto magtanong. Kasi napansin ko yung mga nagtatanong kanina, mga major partners natin, or yung mga line agencies.
So, moderator, since wala naman nagtatanong, ako na magtanong para mas lubusang mga sa mga intindihan natin yung iba. Anyway, may expert naman tayo from the office. It happened na hindi ko kasi kanina, Shopee! And we want to clarify how this Shopee and how this online or digital economy goes along to the development of our economy. And we're glad that I know these people know these things, but ngayon naman, ang gusto natin is yung ating bisita from Central Office. So, sir, will you please enlighten us on the digital economy as well as including siguro, yung ating black economy o yung mga gano'n na shadow economy that builds the regions, etc.
Sige po. So, again, good morning po. So, sa digital economy, currently meron po tayong project with PSA and World Bank. Para magkaroon po tayo ng full picture kung gaano po kalaki itong share ng digital economy. So, currently, meron po tayong preliminary result nitong 2022. It's around 2 trillion ng total GDP ng Pilipinas. Ayan. So that's around 9% ng total GDP itong digital economy natin. So hopefully, kung sa near future or far future, maibaba natin itong estimates na to sa region para malaman din natin kung ano po ba yung share naman ng BAR sa digital economy. Thank you po.
Thank you for enlightening us about digital economy. Meron pang gustong magtanong? Yung mga nahiya, you can just write your question on a piece of paper. I think. Wala na? Going once? Going twice? Okay. Let's end our open forum. Thank you very much to our panelists and thank you very much to each and everyone.
Maraming salamat po sa inyong participation sa ating open forum. So if you have other clarifications, inquiries, please feel free to message us at our email, rssOBarm@psa.gov.ph. Have a call at 557-1541. Official FB page, PSA Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. You can access more data at our official website, www.psa.gov.ph. The PSA Digital Library, yung aming OpenStar. Send your requests at info@psa.gov.ph to EFOI portal at the Data Enclave Center. So pwede na pong bumalik sa respective seats ang ating mga resource persons. Maraming salamat po. And now to conclude our program, let us hear a closing remarks to be delivered by our SOCD Chief, Edward Donald F. Eloha.
Okay, so maraming salamat po sa lahat. We have now come to the end of this activity. Okay, so first of all, I'd like to say, una sa lahat, my respect and courtesies, of course, to our Regional Director, Engineer Akanji Tula, to our resource person from the DPDA, representing the Bangsamoro Director General, Engineer Akanji, in person of the Chief Economic Development Specialist, Economic Planning Division of the BPDA. So we have Ma'am Buhanisa Rashid. Also, I would like to acknowledge the presence of our sector specialists from the PSA Central Office assisting us in the conduct of this press conference on the performance of the economic performance of the Barm Region for 2023. We have Sir Ibarra and also Sir Harvey. And as well as we'd like to also acknowledge the presence of our CSS from the provinces of the Barm Region. So first we have Sir Meds Atan of PSA Sulu, Sir Naldo Pedalida of Maguindanao, Sir Almin Alonto of Lanao del Sur, Sir Masil Muhammad Shah of Tawi-Tawi, and of course Sir Mamor Sarail of PSA Basilan. And of course to our trustee chief, Dr. Loridis ng Paladaya, magandang umaga po sa ating lahat, and also to the participants and our visitors and guests during this press conference of the 2023 GRD of the Barm Region. Okay, so the result of the 2023 Barm's economic performance provided us with a comprehensive picture of our region's economic status, but more importantly, these results will serve as primary basis and inputs for planning and policy formulation through the programs and project implementations or projects implemented at the regional level here in our beloved barn. So we expect maybe next year, okay, because even earlier at this point, we have, alam naman natin, nasa radio kanina, yesterday, we have the inauguration, I think, of the flights of the Bangsamoro Airways. So that would be an additional transactions, activity, economic activity for barn. And apart from that, also, nakita ko sa Facebook, marami talang nakikita, na the data or information mined from the Facebook. Any time from now, mag-start na rin yung ferry service, fast trap service, serving the route Pulo to Bongao, Tawi-Tawi. And also there, I think the operators are thinking about the route from Pulo to Zamboanga. Okay, although currently we have the service of bigger vessels na, but the fast trap operating company is thinking about that route also. But those will be added additions. So tatlo yun, we have the air, water, and also land. We have additional routes from the rural transit. So we have now 2 daily routes, sabihin natin, routes, from or serving Cotabato direct to Zamboanga City. So that will be welcome activities, or sabihin natin, additional activities that would contribute later to this increase in economic activity within the barn area. So at the end of the day, the PSA, okay, I mean the data being produced by the PSA would not be, sabihin natin, put to waste as mentioned by our friends kanina, from our media, of course. That's the reason why we are having these press conferences. We're inviting the press, we're inviting our partners from various government agencies, from various ministries, to share to them all this data na nanggagaling sa ating GRDP, GRDE. Because as we mentioned kanina, during the portion that we take our data sources, GRDP or GRDE is not only the product, or sabihin natin, it's not only the work of the PSA. We cannot come up with these figures, we cannot come up with this economic data without the support of the data being provided by the various ministries. And yung mga data na yun, for sure, are from your various operations. So kaya nga, yung mga data na ito would represent lahat ng mga ginagawa natin, ng kanya-kanyang mga ahensya natin, related to the development initiatives of the barn government as a whole. So hindi lang ito gawain ng PSA, but gawain natin lahat. Ang ginawa lang namin is binigyan natin ng economic value lahat ng mga transactions na yon. We recorded that and come up with a figure. Ito nga, kasi sabi natin, GRDP or GRDE is a tool. Currently, siya yung pinakamagandang tool to measure the economic performance of the region. So kaya nga, all across the sectors, from agriculture down to various sectors, we have the industry, and as well as we have a number of transactions being monitored pagdating sa services, to which bawat isa sa atin has the, sabihin natin, meron say, yung ating mga organizations, yung ating mga ministries. Not only the government offices, not only the ministries, but as well as the private sector. So kaya nga, we are encouraging also the participation of the private sector in terms of engaging those sa various surveys natin, especially the establishment surveys, to share kung ano yung mga data na pwede nyo may share, kasi basically sinasabi natin, the economy is run by these various enterprises, by these various businesses. And so we need definitely their inputs in addition to sa ating inputs from the various ministries and offices. So, but, kahit tulad ng ginagawa natin, we are not letting this data na sabihin natin naka-display lang. No? We are imparting this to you. Sinasabi natin kanina that ang ating HFCE, yung ating household final consumption expenditure, is greater than 100. It's 114%. No? That only shows that we are, what we are producing within our economy, yung pinoproduce natin goods and services within our economy is not enough para sa ating mga constituents. That we need to import goods and services from other regions para mapunan yung kakulangan na yun. Kaya meron tayo 100%, 114%. Sobra sa 100, di ba? Equilibrium of distribution, kung sakto lang ang napoproduce natin goods and services for our constituents, that should be 100%. But it's not. It's more than. So, ibig sabihin, we are producing less than what we need. And so, kailangan natin mag-import ng goods and services from other regions. That only shows also doon sa ating per capita per capita GRDP, about 56,000. Pero, yung ating HFCE is around 66,000. Mas malaki yung ginagasto natin from, ibig sabihin, we are buying from outside. Kasi ang napuproduce natin is around 56,000. Kulang. Eh, ang kinoconsume natin, 66,000. No? Saan ang nagaling yung difference? Maring doon tayo ng avail ng services or yung goods natin is galing from outside. So, yun yung mga pwede natin tingnan as policy implications of this data. Pagdating naman sa agriculture, alam naman natin yung situation natin ngayon, during the first quarter, tinamaan tayo ng medyo mainit na panahon, El Nino. That would have an effect sa ating agriculture production. So, those concerned agencies, ano yung gagawin natin to mitigate this effect? So that next year, when we report the GRDP natin for 2023, hindi siya magda-dive down to negative. Bababa siya, of course, kasi merong nangyari, but then, baka meron pa tayong magawa on our level, those servicing our farmers, our fisher folks, para ma-mitigate yung effect na yun. Pagdating sa livelihood ng ating farmers and fisher folks, and eventually, doon sa production natin. So, kaya nga itong mga data inputs ito, purposely, we have invited yung mga partner agencies natin para kapulutan siya ng aral. Kapulutan siya ng, sabihin natin, ng basis for policy formulation, for policy implementation. So that yung trajectory natin from our general development initiatives, which is crafted, headed by the BPDA, yung nakakraft ng ating development path for the BAM region, talagang ma-achieve natin kung ano yung nakatarget in 2028. So hindi tayo mag-staril, sama-sama natin yung tumuhin through our various efforts ng ating mga kanensya. Okay, so before I end, I will leave with you the timeless wisdom of Ban Ki-moon. Sustainable development is the pathway to the future we want for all. So development should be sustainable, hindi lang for a 2-year period. It should be sustainable throughout the planning year. Okay, it offers a framework to generate economic growth, achieve social justice, which is yun naman talaga yung ating social justice for everyone, exercise environmental stewardship. So this is another important aspect of development. Dapat hindi mahiwalay. I mean, there's a balance between development and as well as preservation ng ating environment. Kasi ito yung magiging input natin. Kung masisira yung environment natin, then definitely it will have a detrimental effect sa ating overall development. And of course, help, strengthen governance. Sabi nga natin, knowledge is power. If you know, alam mo kung ano yung sitwasyon mo, you know the advantage, then you can think of better plans for the betterment of your locality or community. So finally, on behalf of the strong men and women of the Philippine Statistics Authority, of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region of Muslim Mindanao, we would like to commend the valuable contributions and collective efforts of our various ministries, offices and agencies, and as well as our partners from the media for helping us disseminate this. Not only this GRDP, but we are conducting monthly inflation rates, press conferences. So through these conferences, we hope to partner with our media personnel, media outreach in the Cotabato City and as well as the Baram region to disseminate this information to the general public, and as well as also to our other stakeholders, for our economic gains this year 2023. So again, 4.3 is 4.3. It's not negative 4.3. So it's still on the trajectory upward tayo. Development pa rin siya on top of the 6.6% growth natin in 2022. So once again, maraming salamat po sa akin.
Thank you very much. That was our Chief Softy, Edward Donald Anoha, for his closing remarks. So that ends our program for today. So before we end, again, let's give a round of applause to our resource persons, the team behind the data collection of the GRDP. So magpupunta po muna tayo. So let me again invite our heads, RD, Softy Chief, Sir Rivara, and after Mali ko to Ma'am Mali of the PA. Please seat at the front. So para organize yung ating photo off, we will start with the Chief Statistical Specialist of PSA. Saan na po si Sir Alvin, si Ma'am Doron, Sir Mahor, Sir Masil, Sir Naldo, and Sir Mensor. So after po ng CSS, stay muna sa CSS para yung lahat ng taga-PSA na. So please prepare po taga-PSA, IT team, documentation team, the secretariat.